Imaginary Villain here. One of the things people ask me during my streams is about gameplay tags and how to use them. So today I'm going to teach you the basics of them, and then I'm going to create a somewhat complex example to showcase just what you can do with them. So sit back, relax, open a copy of Unreal Engine, and let's get to work. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to open our player character. This is a blank third-person project. And the quickest way to do it is actually just go up to List of World Blueprints and then go to your game mode and then select your character and edit character. You can browse to them as well. Either will get the job done here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make a verb. We're going to call this gameplay tags. Creative, I know. And it's going to be of the type gameplay tag container. Make certain it's gameplay tag container and not gameplay tag, or you're going to run into some real confusion in a bit. Right. So now with this, you can simply go up to where it says empty over here and click manage gameplay tags. Click the plus in order to reveal the area to add gameplay tags. Now here you can simply type the name of whatever tag you want. In this case, we're going to type in type for later. Now, you must also select the source file for it. By default, Unreal Engine creates default gameplay tags.ini. This works for pretty much everything, but if you wish to have more, you can simply make more whatever .inis you want. So we're just going to select that with type typed in there. Just add new tag. That's all it takes to add a tag. You can also now right click that tag and add a sub tag, or you may type the name of it and then a period. I'm going to type in cylinder. This is for later, but just to showcase. Okay. And that's pretty much what's necessary in order to do that. We'll add a couple more just for fun. Do cube and sphere. Okay. Now, in order to use these, simply drag your gameplay tags variable out here. And the things you need to learn are add gameplay tag, which does exactly what it sounds like, adds a tag. And you simply click it and then click the one you want. And then remove gameplay tag, which does exactly what it sounds like, removes the gameplay tag. Other things that will be useful will be as tag. And here, you select the tag you want to check for. You can pick a normal tag, or you can pick a sub tag. Be certain to click exact match, because if you do not click exact match, then anything under the type tag here would count, not just type cube. And the final thing that's very useful and will be used in the example coming up, we're going to grab another one of these. And this is because we need to split the structure on this. By default, this is an array anyway, but until you split the structure, it doesn't treat it like an array. And then you can use a for each loop. And then you can switch on gameplay tag. This will then create the option to simply put multiple tags in here. And let you search through the list of gameplay tags that are available and do things based on it. One more useful tag, with these array elements here, you can also get a debug string for a gameplay tag. This is the only way to get the actual name of the gameplay tag if you're going to do such things like a print string, and is very handy for debugging. Okay. With that done, that's pretty much all you need to know about gameplay tags. Now let's talk about having an interesting and fun example of what to do with them. Okay, so we're going to bring back up the gameplay tags. I need 3 more tags for this. We're going to create movement. Add the new tag movement. We'll make move to player. Make sure to click add subtag. And then we're going to move randomly. And then we're going to do jump. Okay. Useful. Now with that done, we're going to need to make an interact. You know what interact is? It lets blueprints and other things communicate without directly referencing each other. So right click, go to blueprints, and then blueprint interface. We're going to call it BPI interact. Open it up, and we'll create a new function here. You can hit add in order to create the new function, but it will default to having one available to just add. So we're going to make this one get gameplay tags. It's going to need an output. The output is going to be gameplay tags, keeping up with our creative title names. And it's going to be a type of gameplay tag container. Fantastic. Now on our player character, go to class settings. And under import interfaces, find BPI interact and add it. Compile and then save. Now under interfaces, there'll be a get gameplay tags function. Drag your gameplay tags variable over and hook it up. And that's what you need for that. Back on the event graph, we're going to need to set up a few things. So we're going to add a gameplay tag and remove a gameplay tag. We won't be needing the rest of this here, but it will come up in a bit. And we're going to create some key events. I'll do 1 through 6. We're going to create a flip-flop, which basically does A the first time, and then B the second time, then A, and so on down the line. Under A, we're going to put add gameplay tag type cube, and under B, we're going to put remove gameplay tag type cube. All right. Duplicate this a couple times. And we'll do the 2 key, connecting up pressed to the flip-flop. We're going to change these out for cylinder, add a cylinder, remove a cylinder. And then the 3 key, connect pressed up to the flip-flop there. And we're going to do a sphere, add sphere, and remove sphere. Awesome. And then we're going to need to do a few more things. So we'll do the 4 key. And here we're going to add a tag while it's being pressed and remove a tag when it's released. And the tag we're going to do is we're going to add jump. And on released, remove movement jump. I'm going to make one for the 5 key. And one for the 6 key. Feel free to copy and paste these a couple times. One for each of these. Connect up pressed and released. This one's going to be move randomly and remove move randomly. And the final one, connect up pressed, tag gameplay tags, set move to player, non-released, remove move to player. That's all we need for the player character. Well, we should have connected up gameplay tags to tag container. That's one thing you'll learn about doing game dev. It'll always be the simplest thing that you forget. Feel free to just copy, paste, and add gameplay tag container, or gameplay tags to each of the tag containers. like so. Okay, so that's what we need on player character. Now what we need to do in the content browser here, we're going to create a blueprint class, and it's going to be the type of character. We're going to call this BP shape parent. The parent child system is very good because you can put all the code you want in the parent and then make children of it, and the children have that code. So let's open this up. We're going to create a custom event. Call it get commands. And we're going to, oh, before we do that, let's begin play. Let's get the player character. And then promote this to a variable. This just makes it easier to keep track of. We'll name this variable player character. And we're also going to run the function get commands. I have made the mistake of forgetting this many times over in many instances. It's very easy to do. So we're going to get the player character here. And we're going to get gameplay tags. Make certain it says get gameplay tags parentheses message, because if it doesn't, it's not using BPI interact to do it. Okay. Connect that up. Let's promote these gameplay tags. And we'll call this player gameplay tags. Just in case we add gameplay tags to this later. It's important to know. And then we're going to do has tag. And we're going to promote the tag. Oh, go ahead and click exact match. And then we're going to promote this tag to a variable. We're going to call this shape type. This is so we can tag the shape with whichever type we want and find it very easily. And then we're going to make that a branch. Okay. Now we're going to take the player gameplay tags. And if this is true, we're going to split the structure pin on the gameplay tags. And then we're going to do a for each loop, as I talked about earlier. Connect this up to true. And with the array element, we're going to switch on gameplay tag. Connect that up to the loop body. We're going to need 3 pins. And the pins are going to be movement jump, movement move randomly, and movement move to player. Okay. So for jump, it's really easy. It's just launch character. And we'll make the Z 1000, so it just launches it straight up in the air. No problem. Move randomly. We're going to get a random location in reachable, navigable radius. We'll make the radius 500. The origin will be get actor location. And then we're going to move to location or actor. For the controller, we're going to get self, get AI controller. I find that the AI move to node does not work very well. This one tends to work far better and is usually my go-to. That's what we need for moving randomly. And then for move to the player, we're simply going to move to, actually we'll make this even easier. Where it says self, get AI controller, and move to actor location, simply copy this, paste it over here. For the goal actor, let's grab our player character variable and connect it up. Then connect that to move to player. Fantastic. Okay, compile and then save. Now with this setup, go back to the content browser, right-click Shape Parent, and click Create Child Blueprint Class. This will make a blueprint, a child of it, that has all the code we just had there. We're going to call this one Cube. Let's open up Cube here. You'll probably have to click this gear and click Show Inherited Variables. We're looking for shape type here. And under shape type, select Cube. And then we're going to add its namesake, Cube. Makes sense, right? Compile and save. We're now going to repeat this process for the cylinder and sphere. So create a child blueprint. Cylinder. Shape type, cylinder. And then add a cylinder to it. Feel free to move them around if you want. I'm just going to leave them floating for now. Once again, go to the shape parent, create a child blueprint, BP sphere. It will have the shape type of, you guessed it, sphere. I know the complexities are endless. And then add a sphere to it. Compile. Make certain you just save everything. Save all is fine. Okay. Now we're going to drag all three of those into the world. Like so. One. Actually, we'll put them up top. We'll play King of the Hill here. And the sphere. Now, because we used get navigable point in radius, we're going to need a nav mesh. So go over to the quickly add to project option here. And then go to volumes. Nav mesh bounds volume. Drop it on the map wherever you like. I'm going to lock it and then make it 150. Just so it calculates it for big enough. Now you can hit P in order to see where it's at, where everything can go. Anywhere you see green is in fact where it can go. Not this green, just this green. P again will hide the nav mesh. So I just realized I made a mistake. It's the way of game dev. You always forget the simple things. What I was setting up here was a looping event. And it works if you ever call it again, which I did not. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a delay to BP shape parent. We'll make the delay a second. And then we're going to call it get commands. Connect this up to the for each loop under completed. But also on this branch here, connect it up to false. So this way, if it's not currently active, it doesn't just end the chain. Okay. Now, with all these active, your shape's on the battlefield here, your nav mesh down, you can now control your army. So let's hit 1. Cube's active. Look, the cube jumps. Look, the cube moves randomly. Cube comes home to me. We'll turn on the cylinders. Oh, look. The cylinder and the cube jump. They both move. Fantastic. I don't want the cube on anymore. In fact, I'm going to turn the cube off, then I'm going to turn the sphere on. And look, now only those two act. Only those two move. If I turn the cube back on, everyone moves. Let's have them all race on over to me. Let's not ram into the camera. Fantastic. And then send them all away. They're a little confused because they just randomly pick a location and hope it works out. But now you see, that's all it takes to control an army. You can add as many shapes as you want, or people, or really anything. So anyway, hopefully that helps, and hopefully it's a much better tutorial than the last one I did. And if you like what you see here, I stream regularly, 4 to 5 nights a week on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick under the same name. Feel free to drop by and ask me any questions. Otherwise, have a wonderful day and happy game dev.